Hello, welcome to the Tuman Show. This is part 2. And this is take like 3 or 4 of trying to do an intro. So I decided instead of the tripod thing that wasn't working, I'm just gonna hold it in my hands again. So part 2, we're doing the front. That's why the front's in the air. I actually already started a little bit last night because, like I said, I thought I recorded an intro and it was just this. You didn't see my beautiful face. So with that, I'm gonna show you just a couple things that I got going on. The picture was a nice overview of everything that I have, but I'm gonna try to do this with one hand, so it's not gonna work that great. But basically, I got a 2 1/4 inch spring kit. These are all Alfaholics parts, by the way. That spring sits on this nice billet thing. It's a spring cup with an adjustable collar for the ultimate lows. Really, it's just for preferential ride height, corner balancing, kinda, because you can't adjust the rear. So you got that. What's the other half of a spring and shock kit is the shock. They are Koni's, single adjustable. And then with the 2 1/4 inch drop kit, because it lowers the front a lot, it kind of screws up the geometry. So what I have is a geometry correction kit, which from what I'm told is well worth the money when you lower the cars these much. Comes with these really cool billet pieces of, this is steel. This is not aluminum. And drop link goes through the center of that, through a bearing. What else? So part of the geometry kit, it aids in the steering feel and getting kind of the geometry back to what it needs to be, or at least gives you the adjustment to do it. On the top end of the wishbones, because it is a dual wishbone setup, pretty good for Alpha from like 60 years ago. You have these GTA upper arms, and I'm blocking the best part, which is an adjustable collar. So you have adjustments on the steering. The other part of the adjustable kit is, or the correction kit, is these tie rod. Very nice. You see it's adjustable on both ends. Nice billet pieces, Alfaholics. I won't be leaving those naked. I got the little boots since it is a street car. Now, last but not least is the thing that kind of caused the whole delay in me getting the car parts. And that was the quick steering arms. These make the steering a little bit quicker. But these are not just any old steering arms. These are the aluminum ones, and it puts a smile. No, stupid. And they are the aluminum ones because it's a British company, and so you need to say it right. Anyways, the combination of all these parts is supposed to be pretty incredible. So, without further ado, I'm gonna get to work. Again, it's gonna be just like the rear was. I'll bring you in for random things here and there just to show you what's going on. I'll throw in a before picture of the work that I started with yesterday before I took anything off. I followed a write-up by Nikko Salgado, I think, which helped with a couple pieces to help do this in your garage, do it yourself. And yeah, that's enough. Let's get to it. Too much talking, time to work. All right, this is technically day 2. Day 1, again, just like the back, was more exploratory, kind of getting wheels off and getting acclimated, spraying everything down with PB Blaster, which definitely helps. Day 2, pretty successful. Today was a solid 2 hours of work. I got all the front spring pans, shocks are out, anti-roll bar is out. I'm making pretty good headway so far. Don't want to jinx myself, just you know, still in the removal process. I still have to take out the tie rods. The lower ball joints look like they're going to be fun to come out of the knuckle. And let's see what else. Tie rods, knuckle, and the original steering arms need to come out. I think I'm going to spend a day cleaning this thing up in the wheel wells because someone was giving me a hard time about how dirty it is. And if I was smart, which, you know, my regular viewers will know that I'm not, I would have pressure washed the entire underside of the car before I started doing any of this work, but I didn't do any of that, so it's a pretty messy job. So hopefully cleaning the front wheel wells, kind of cleaning up the area before I start putting nice shiny parts back in was a smart move that I didn't do on the back. I'll try to do it on the front. We'll see how it goes. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have like a week off before I can get back to it. So, you know, for you won't notice because as soon as this thing does one of those, it'll be day 3. Till then, bye. Welcome back to the Tuman Show. Really, for you, it's no change. You just went like that, and here we are. I was gone for about a week. I was up in the Pacific Northwest, where it was actually hotter than Los Angeles. Suck on that, global warming. I don't even remember where I left off. I know that the ball joints were stuck in the knuckles, and they were not being fun. So hopefully today they'll be fun. I have started running the numbers on how much weight all the Alfaholic stuff has dropped, which is going to be a nice one to share in the next episode. And then, today's probably not going to be very productive. I just got to get back in the groove of things. You know, when you take more than a few days off, you kind of forget where you're at. So I've forgotten where I'm at, and so I need to get back in there. So let's see if this one will pop. Woo! Ball joints are out, which was a nice thing. One popped properly. The driver's side, that was the passenger side. The driver's side that had been giving me hell last week was ready for round 2. Went over there and it was already tapped out. It just slid right out. I didn't even put the tool on it. The other unfortunate thing, a victim of rust, is this. Yeah, I think there's supposed to be a little more threads than that. Those are the bump stops, which aren't going back on. All right, calling it a day. End of the day back is what I'm gonna call it, because I honestly don't know how many days I've been working on this. Maybe 1 or 2, whatever. About an hour of work. Got the cobwebs off. My work, not the car, though the car still has cobwebs too. But tie rods on the ends are out, so I'm gonna line up the Alfaholics fancy dancy ones. Those will be ready to go back on. I still have to put the boots on the new tie rods. Upper control arm on driver's side is out completely. On the passenger side, I still have to take like the airbox out because that is blocking where it goes. You see over here, it's hiding behind the battery down inside there. But then you come over here, got to take stuff off. So I got to just make sure, I got to see how much I need to take off. I don't want to mess with the carbs. And then that side will come off. Then basically all the old stuff is out, and then it's downhill or uphill. I don't know. I do have to modify some things on the car for the new suspension, which Alfaholics provided instructions because I asked. And but yeah, I mean, basically, like, I'm just a couple parts away from getting all the old stuff out, and then it will be all new stuff going in. I might clean up the wheel wells a little bit. I've been shaving dirt off, which brings me to a fun point. You saw in the last video the big pile of dirt and rust and crud that just collapsed out of the car. Well, I just sweep it out of the way because I don't want to be rolling around in it. But I'm stupid or whatever. I collected it. So I have a little plastic bin that I'm putting all the dirt in, because I am measuring every ounce of weight that this car is losing. And that dirt, damn it, is adding up, especially when you throw rust in the mix. Cleaning a lot of crap out of crevices in this car, which is it's probably genuine Italian dirt. So if you want to buy some, I'll send you some. Yeah. Okay. I'll be back. What's going on? I'm back. Today's day 4. I think. Whatever. It's another day. It's the next day. Done a little bit of work, sneaking in some time, mostly prepping the upper arms. I'll slide pictures in right now of kind of the process. They were pretty nasty, as you can imagine. I cleaned them up, and then I took them over to my buddy Charlie's. Charlie is at Shade Tree Garage. Got some really cool stuff. He should probably call his like OCD Garage, and this should be Shade Tree Garage, just because of his OCD and my backyard mechanic shenanigans. But yeah, prepping the upper arms, that was kind of like the only old part other than like the knuckle that was going back in, even though I'm putting in new ends on the arms. But with new upper GTA arms, with new fancy lower arms, and all this other stuff going on. Well, the lower arms are original too, I guess. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyways, upper arms were dirty. I cleaned them, I sandblasted them, and I painted them. So you just saw all of that. Looks pretty good, huh? So goal is to get the steering arms out, and then I'm like halfway done with the airbox. Now that I think about it, there's 4 studs on the carbs on top. Those are out. There's 2 more that hold the carb support arm, and then there's 4 on the bottom. So I thought I got them all out, but turns out there's still 1 left, and wouldn't you know it, it's the hardest one to get to. So that's the goal. I'm about halfway done. No, I'm not. I did start installing some of the new stuff on the driver's side. So I kind of redirected my attention to the driver's side again, and I realized, you know, it's time to start cutting and drilling. So I measured twice, converted centimeters to inches, because this is America, damn it. And though I love the metric system, my ruler is standard, so gotta convert it. And convert it, measured, marked, drilled, checked again. I wanted to do it right. I did not want to screw this up. So things are looking pretty good. I think I'm at a point where I really just want to finish one side and know how to do it properly before I go to the other side. So today's goal is finish the driver's side. Yeah, that is the view of success. Of all things, there was one part that was a real on the install. Take a moment to think of all those suspension parts, what was the worst? Place your guesses now, and all right, you're wrong, because this is what ended up being the biggest pain in the butt. Once that got in, everything else was relatively smooth sailing. And driver's side, done. Day 52 of the never-ending suspension. Okay. Sorry, I don't know what mood I'm trying to set. I'm really probably not gonna take any kind of videos today, even though it's basically been intro, outro. Found out some more fun information about the Alfaholics Suspension. There was one part that I just couldn't figure out where it went. And after some questions back and forth to Alfaholics, I found out that the reason why it was confusing is because they sent me the wrong part. They sent me something for b-sedans, but I had the Konis, even though they sent me the Konis. So why did they send me the b-sedan piece? The right ones are on the way. So we carry on. Do I need to say anything? I don't think so. I'm tired. Happy it's done. There's probably a couple more things I could have done myself, but I'm done. It's your turn, Dorian. One thing I do want to show you before we close out this video is I mentioned I was collecting dust and dirt, and this is literally from the car. This has come out from rockers. This has come out from the little crevices under the caster arms. I showed you guys a little video of that right before. I don't know why I'm collecting it, but there was so much when I did the rear suspension that I thought, let's see just how much there is. So, without further ado, look at this. This is some weight reduction right here. This is a good amount. It was not light. Speaking of weight reduction, video 3, which will be the final video of the Alfaholics Suspension adventure, will include all of the weight reduction courtesy of the Alfaholics parts. Place your guesses in the comments on this one, and whoever is right, I'll send you a care package. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that to anybody. No, but for real, this is it's a lot of work. I think I'm something like 2 months into it. It's really only been like 20, maybe 30 hours of work, which is a lot, but that's all new suspension all the way around, all new parts up front, you know, steering arm, sway bar, caster arms, you know, almost everything. And I can't wait to see how this thing drives. So that'll be video 3, I think, or maybe video 3. The final one will be just a visit to Dorian, and then maybe a first drive and the weight reduction. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know yet. I'm done. I'm sweaty. It's hot. It's Labor Day weekend. I'm going to go take a shower. I'm going to relax with my family. And till the next one. See you then.